Join me as I challenge myself to create a stunning landscape masterpiece using just finger painting, and I have only a few minutes to pull it off. I've always been passionate about art, and finger painting is one of my favorite mediums. There's something so liberating about using your fingers to create, and I love how it can evoke feelings of childhood creativity and freedom. Today, I want to take you through the process of creating a beautiful landscape painting using just finger painting, and I'm going to show you that it's possible to achieve some amazing results in just a few minutes. One of the biggest misconceptions about finger painting is that it's only for kids, that it's not a serious art form, and that it can't be used to create professional-looking results. But I'm here to tell you that's just not true. Finger painting is a highly expressive and versatile medium that can be used to create anything from simple, playful designs to intricate, detailed masterpieces. The key is to experiment with different techniques and to not be afraid to get a little messy. I think another reason why people underestimate finger painting is that they don't realize the level of control you can have when you're using your fingers. You can achieve a level of subtlety and nuance that might be harder to get with a brush. And because your fingers are so sensitive, you can feel the paint, you can feel the texture of the paper, and you can really connect with the artwork on a deeper level. But despite all its advantages, finger painting does take practice. It takes a little bit of patience, a little bit of persistence, and a willingness to experiment and try new things. So if you're new to finger painting, don't be discouraged if your first few attempts don't turn out exactly as you envisioned them. Just keep at it, and you'll be amazed at what you can create. Alright, let's get started. To create this landscape painting, I'll be using a variety of finger paints, including some beautiful blues and greens for the sky and the trees, and some earthy tones for the mountains and the ground. I'll also be using a large piece of watercolor paper, which will give me a nice texture to work with. The first step in creating this painting is to block out the main areas of color. I'll start with the sky, using a big swooping motion to cover the entire top section of the paper. Next, I'll add in the mountains, using a combination of big, sweeping strokes and smaller, more delicate movements to create texture and depth. As I work on the trees, I'll be using a combination of finger techniques to create different textures and effects. I'll use my fingertips to create soft, delicate leaves, and my knuckles to create thicker, more impasto branches. And to add some extra depth and dimension to the painting, I'll be using a little bit of salt to create a subtle texture. Now, let's take a step back and see how the painting is coming along. I'm really happy with how the colors are blending together, and I love the texture that the salt is adding. It's starting to look like a real landscape, and I can already see the finished piece coming together in my mind. And here's the finished painting. I'm absolutely thrilled with how it turned out. The colors are vibrant, the textures are rich, and the overall effect is just stunning. I love how the different areas of the painting seem to blend together seamlessly, and how the whole thing has a kind of dynamic energy to it. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me create this landscape painting using just finger painting. Remember, the most important thing is to have fun and be willing to experiment and try new things. Don't be afraid to get a little messy, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. With a little bit of practice and patience, you can create some truly amazing artworks using just your fingers. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you have any favorite finger painting techniques or tips, please leave them in the comments below. And if you've had any experiences with finger painting, I'd love to hear about them. Don't forget to check out my other art videos, and I'll see you in the next one.